Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 10th of November. So no news due out today in terms of economic data, and tomorrow we're pretty thin as well. We've just got the New Zealand Reserve Bank of New Zealand decision on interest rates, so that will be at 1 a.m. So a quite old day in the markets over the next 2 days economically. We could of course have further chit chat coming out from the US and of course Brexit. So where to with these markets? I'm just sort of looking at the euro here. It has put a bearish engulfing candle there. Really almost it's probably just pipped into a key reversal bar, but we'll see how things shape up today. It still to me looks like there's good potential of the weekly pivot being hit here at 1789 to the downside. It's not that many points away from where price is at the moment. To say there's the potential. Daily pivot currently unhit. That might we'll see which one gets hit first. Really, it's between a rock and a hard place, but there we are. That's the euro. Erring on that sort of bearishness with what we've seen there. The pound, well, the pound, it's another day of doji, 2 dojis in a row there. Today pushing up at the moment. It seems that the pound could do little wrong really, edging its way back up to yesterday's highs. Nothing in terms of key reversals here. Quite a mess though, 60-minute, and of course there's the Brexit risk that sort of sits through as the meetings continue. But there may be people believing that it can only be positive on the news, and that's certainly the way it looks in terms of the markets. The pound, well, the yen even, dollar yen. I look back to this mean regression trend here, expecting it to take a number of days normally to get backwards and forwards between it. It did it in a day. Biggest move we've seen for quite some time there on the yen, selling strongly as risk come back into the markets. Are we due a bit more of a reversal? Possibly. It's might be a little overdone, but extremed on the highs here. We could see us going back up towards those bodies at some stage. Certainly not a clear cut thing with the yen at all at the moment. Daily pivot untouched. We've done everything else. Maybe break a trend there, could run down there. Not many pips in it. We'll leave that alone. Aussie dollar yesterday running into its R2 area in the monthly R2 prior highs there. We'll see how this develops. It's nothing massively bearish, but that a lot of people won't like that doji bar there in terms of trading, and we'll just see how it is. It's just trying to find a bit of support off the 4-hourly 21 once again. A break of that, we've still got this weekly pivot below, which could be a target, but let's just see how it goes. It's very much like a lot of yesterday, just consolidating, then it gets a bit of a surge. Perhaps one to be a bit patient for. Canadian dollar's been a bit of a darling. It's made new lows here. The US dollar, Canadian dollar made new lows yesterday. Saw quite some move on it. We're now sort of looking at, well, possibly a bit of more of a bounce potentially back towards that weekly pivot at some stage. It's not quite done everything to give me that sort of confidence of the upside though. Maybe a sort of, well, it's just fractionally close above that 60.50, but there is that potential pullback. But the strength in this Canadian dollar at the moment may be just a bit too much to see it hit that weekly pivot so far. Okay, that's pretty much it. New Zealand dollar, to a quick look at this. Again, a bit of a darling yesterday, pushing up there strongly, holding on to some good gains there, although giving back some towards the end. It's tight old move sort of thing there. Consolidation, normally get continuation. We'll see what happens after the decision at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. Nothing to be done really now for that. So that's pretty much it for me. S&Ps quickly. Just have a quick look here. S&Ps. Do you know that the way they're shaping up here? They put new all-time highs in here. They did do a bit of a butterfly pattern here on the markets, and we've seen quite a sell-off, bit of a pitch back. I don't really like selling against them. They still have their weekly pivot below. Maybe if it starts selling off stronger today, that become a target, but we've seen so many times, we've seen them just bounce back, and well, bear flaggy at the moment on this short term. It's put a little lower high in through yesterday's trading there, just selling off. It did actually close the gap, I believe, on the cash market. It's just run back to the cash market here. It's been, oh, it hasn't quite closed that gap yet. It'd been leaving the gaps behind it all the way through over the last week, all through last week. This is the first one it's got half closed on. Maybe it's still got that gap and we'll fill it, but if it starts pulling down there, as I say, it's got a weekly pivot, which could be a target a little bit further down there. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.